This week our adventure continues. We started out in New Mexico and then ventured into Arizona. And the Grand Canyon was like nothing we'd ever seen before. You can't put that into words or a picture. Being here felt more like being on another planet. And we stayed here one day and covered most of the South Rim. And I'll admit it was really hard to leave, but we have much more to go see and we're ready to go to Colorado. At the time, I probably would have said the Grand Canyon was the highlight of the entire trip. But little did we know we were headed into a scenic adventure of a lifetime. We made the 5-hour trip to Durango, and honestly, I thought we were going to stay there overnight, but the town was closed. We moved to Silverton, and it was kind of the same thing. We stopped and ate at Handlebars and enjoyed a very good meal there. And then we decided to take on the town. But as with Durango, Silverton was mostly closed too, and we decided we would move forward on our trip. We are in Silverton, and it's May, and the snow is coming down, y'all.
It is amazing.
Look at that. We just left Silverton. We're headed to Ouray, and we're about to go on the $1 Million Highway. And it was snowing pretty good back there in Silverton. It's not snowing over here, but if the road wasn't scary enough, let's add a little snow to it, and then we'll see what the adventure is like. So if you don't ever see us again, maybe this video will pop up somewhere. And Val, we love you. It's been a good life, but we're fixing to go on the adventure of a lifetime. Y'all come go with us. The $1 Million Highway is something I've been hearing about for years. And to be honest with you, I was completely terrified, especially with it snowing. However, the majestic scenery and the fun we had along the way overcame my fear, and we were able to really enjoy this passage. Honestly, we've been on highways that were a little more terrifying than the $1 Million Highway. But the scenery that we saw, we felt like we were in Switzerland.
I really didn't know what to expect with the $1 Million Highway. I had heard it was curvy and long and steep and some drop-offs. But after Silverton, I was just ready to go to Ouray. I was ready to move forward. And Wade had second thoughts because it was snowing and it was cold. And I talked him into it. And then I drove, which he usually drives. So I can't imagine what his anxiety was with me driving. And he was looking at the steep banks that we were going around. And we had ice, we had snow. But the farther we went, the better the weather became. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the scenery as much as he did because I did focus on the driving. It made me nervous. But I am so glad that we continued to move forward that night and stay in Ouray. And I definitely would be going back to all that part of Colorado, especially Ouray.
So we're somewhere between Silverton and Ouray, and there's a waterfall behind us. We're on the $1 Million Highway, one of the lookouts, and we're having a great time.
Had a very good time. Gone through some snow, gone through some ice. Having a real good time, enjoying ourselves. Definitely worth the drive.
What we found out is the $1 Million Highway. The reason they call it that is because they spend millions of dollars a year fixing and repairing this highway. At first, I thought it was because it cost $1 million to make, but honestly, after seeing all of this, that would probably be closer to $1 billion.
The mountain, steep and high, every step a struggle, a heavy sigh, rocks and boulders, a tread treacherous climb, but I'll keep pushing against the tide of time.
The minute we saw Ouray, we knew we had made the right decision. I was so glad we came here, and the place we stayed was awesome. We had a great time here. Like I said, it was too short a time. We want to come back, but this was a pretty awesome place to be. All right, we're at Box Canyon Falls today. Kim's already got a start up there, starting off doing about 100 steps or so, and we're going up. Here we go. We got up the steps. Now we're climbing up the trail. Pretty good hike. Doesn't look too steep in the video, but man, this thing goes up pretty good.
Box Canyon was a hike that I really wanted to go on. I like history and I do a lot of reading and research, and this was one that really fascinated me. So I really wanted to go on this one, but I had no idea the difficulty it was. It was definitely hard. It was hot. We were not dressed appropriately. Didn't bring enough water with us. It really tested my physical limits. But if I had to do it again, I would. I enjoyed Box Canyon very much. We've already gone to the top of the falls. Now we're actually going to go see the falls kind of, I think, eye level. So we're going to go check it out.
So everything that we had climbed, now we had to turn around and go right back down the same way we came up. And I was so proud of Kim. I know her knees were hurting, and she endured, went through it, and did it with enthusiasm.
So this morning, we've gone on a real hike. Now we're going to go see some waterfalls. This is our reward. It feels about, what, 5-10 degrees cooler.
Yeah, we're in the shade here, if I get in there, but looking up, that's what you're looking at. We came from up there, a lot further than it looks, but here we are.
And it's pretty loud in here. It's going to get really interesting on what we're fixing to see.
Something changed with Kim on this trip. She's never been one to experience adventure like I do. But on this adventure, she started taking videos, she started enjoying the scenery and just everything we were doing. And normally a scenic vacation she wouldn't be as much into, but this time around she became much more aware of what was going on and actually loved and enjoyed what we were doing. The noise of the water was so loud that Kim and I literally had to scream at each other just to hear what the other one was saying. So after the falls, it's exhausting doing all that, getting down there to it. But wow, the sheer power of water is like nothing. It's deafening, and I don't know, it's just crazy.
All the hard steeps, the rocks, everything. So worth seeing the inside of that waterfall.
Oh yeah, no
Definitely.
doubt. About 10 degrees cooler in there too.
My hands are frozen, my nose is frozen.
Yeah, now we're back out into the normal weather. What is it, about 50 maybe? You think?
45.
45, okay. All right, we're headed on. Ouray is a town I would love to go back to. We didn't get to spend near enough time here. And it's quiet, scenic, beautiful. Just a place we'd love to return someday. She made it. Woo. If you enjoyed this week's adventure, stay tuned and come back next week as we go into Buena Vista and Bailey, Colorado. And if you like our content, hit that subscribe button. All right, that's it for this week, folks. We'll see you next week.